Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. And Musa pulls it down. Here's Garuba. Let's go with a three. They grab their own miss. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
To the left wing, from the arc, knocks down the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. There's a screen from Garuba. And they're on the run. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Musa. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Count it.
And defensively, you have to make him work harder than this, or it's going to be a long night.
Here's Campazzo.
Away team foul. Number 2. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's a screen from Garuba. Pass to Campazzo. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown, it's Hayes with the rebound.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
That one from long range.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Campazzo. They set the pick. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Takes the 3. That one doesn't drop. It's a 4-point ball game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the first. Here's Campazzo. Launches a 3. No good there.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Musa. Shot to stop the run. It's deflected. Here we go. There's the steal. Over to the wing. Plenty of space. And that one good. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Here's the 3. The shot misses. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Going inside. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Deck. Here's Campazzo. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Garuba. Blocked. It'll count. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 4. And we'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Here's Hezonja. Puts up a deep 3. He's off on that one. Takes it inside, and he dunks it down.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Counted.
Yeah, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here's Herrera. Fires for 3. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Ibaka. It's intercepted. In transition, here they come. That's Ibaka defending. From behind the arc. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Pass to Gonzalez. Screen by Ibaka. And Gonzalez gets it to go. Gonzalez has got his first 2 points.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Herrera. Takes a 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And they're running. Stripped away. And here they come.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. He's off on the layup. Ibaka with a steal. Shot clock at 6. A deep 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the away team, number 8, 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. As we know, Brent, experiencing some team drama is not an uncommon experience in the NBA.
Man, BA, as years went on and playing 7, 8, 9 seasons in the league, you almost started to invite some of that drama into the locker room. It's really a character builder and it shows you that you care about what it is that you're doing. So the drama are always great lessons for how strong your team is going to be.
See. 1:24 left in the second quarter. And Herrera gets it to go. Herrera's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
To stop the run. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. There's 57 seconds left in the second. And Azonia pulls it down. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
From deep three-point land. Pass to Herrera. The 3 is up. Counted from distance. Herrera's got 6 here in the quarter.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now Ibaka. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 14 seconds left in the half. Pass to Herrera. Jacks up a 3. Hits the trifecta. He's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. He got burned on that one.
So we conclude the first half, leading by 14. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the... And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the home team.
I think it's...
And that is going to do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the small forward position. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
They get it back. They set a pick. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Hayes. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
That one misses. Here's Campazzo. No made baskets yet. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Controls the rebound and the putback.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
There's a screen from Garuba. The shot. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Campazzo's got his first points of the night. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Good work there as it goes. He's got 9.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. To the wing, right side. Fires the 3. Keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Hayes has got 5 now.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. It's scooped up. First trip to the line for him here.
Usman Garuba.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
From the high post, he drills it.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Deck passes to Ibaka. Here's Campazzo. And it's off from three-point range.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And Campazzo pulls it down.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
On Saturday, then on Tuesday.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up. But quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
Lets it fly. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
To the right side. There's a screen from Garuba. Here's Deck. Drops in the 3. 5 points in the game.
And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
There's a screen. 59 seconds left in the third quarter here. This one for 3. Deck with a rebound.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Fires from deep. Not going to go that time. Pass to Hayes. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Ibaka with a steal. Here's Garuba.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
First personal foul. First team foul.
From deep three-point range. It's not going to go for him.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3 slot. Here's Campazzo. No good on the triple.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
It's good.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
The three is up. Drains the triple.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Out to the right wing, Herrera. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's Garuba. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line.
That free throw, no good. Well, Brendan, a players' league, you think there's a point at which players have too much say?
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. But you got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
And Azonia pulls it down.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
There's the triple. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh my, what a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
On the take. Off with the layup. Just 5 to shoot. There's the three. Doesn't go that time. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Right wing. Pass to Gonzalez. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Away team ball.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Herrera. Oh, drains the 19-footer.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
It's stolen. Grant, some rookies come into the league with a ton of hype. You've lived through that. How does it affect a young player?
Well, B.A., it can be overwhelming, and certainly it's a lot to endure. You're the focus of so much attention, and there are so many expectations. And with all the media these days, it's even more magnified and intense.
Pass to Azonia. From deep. No good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Comes up empty down low.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Corner shot. Can't get it to drop.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Sinks it from distance.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
They need this. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
34 seconds left in the final quarter. Herrera. And the three off target. It's rebounded by Herrera. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Tries a three off the inbound. Nails it from three.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This one was
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5. Here's Musa. And the three off target. Here's Fournier. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Campazzo. 20 feet out. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
And this is why we say block out. It is a fundamental thing that is often overlooked and hurts you every time.
Pass to Vizenko. No good on the three. To the paint. Here's Garuba, and he goes in for the dunk.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Here he goes. Can't hit from in close. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Now, when I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Nicolau, good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Takes it inside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Nicolau. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. That puts them in the lead. Garuba's got his second basket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Now, here's Fournier. Lets the three fly. Here's Fall. Deck pulls it in. One-on-one here. Intercepted. And here they come. Chalk up two there.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Here's Campazzo. He has yet to score. No good with the triple. Outside Fournier. Five on the clock. Pass to Vizenko. 14 feet away. And Garuba pulls it down.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
0. First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first. And stolen by Fournier.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Musa grabs the miss.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
with 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And there's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides, and the score still close. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Now here's Evans. Takes it off the glass.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Ibaka with the screen on Evans. Covered by Evans. 6 on the shot clock. And Ibaka slams it in.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
From deep three-point land. The shot by Dorsey, no good. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Peters with the bucket.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first. Bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
And now here's Hazonia. Scoreless thus far. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Lets it go from deep. Here's Milutinov. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Evans. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Stolen. Now Dorsey. Snatched away. Pass to Hazonia. Lets it go with a 3. Denied for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 3. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
A solo fast break. Here's Milutinov. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First one falls for him.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, he gets that one.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Dorsey. Still yet to score. Pass to Peters. And stolen by Hazonia. And they're moving it up. On up the court. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Latrey drains the three-pointer. Dorsey's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Evans with the rebound.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Dorsey, that's good.
3 points.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And Hazonia gets it to go. 54 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Dorsey. A three-pointer is right on target. Dorsey's got 9.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Gonzalez has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to Evans. Score of the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Gonzalez with it. Here is Ibaka. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Evans left side. Pass to Peters. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Up by 15. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
You take a look at the visitors. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the home team.
They have to be better.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's Deck in at the small forward. Here's Papanikolaou. Kept alive. Falls. Lays it up off the glass. Falls got his first 2 points.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the 2. Campazzo's shot is off. And it's Garuba in at the power forward. Here's Fournier, and he comes up with the deuce. Fournier's got his second bucket tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's Campazzo. He has yet to score. It's intercepted. Fournier in the corner. Rebound by Tavares. Here's Deck, who's guarded by Fournier. Here's the 3. Connects from three-point range.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Vizenkov. No good on the triple. To the middle. Here's Garuba, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Vizenkov. There's the triple. Deck pulls it in. Inside. Sinks that one from the post. Garuba's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said it's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, I'm just out there trying to win. Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Here's Campazzo. Still scoreless. And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Campazzo. Clock at 4. to Musa. It's up a three. Fall with the rebound. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. And you take a look at this home team. They slide down to the third spot, trying not to slide any further.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they are well beyond where we thought they'd be at this point in the season, making incredible strides and maintaining their momentum.
Here's Musa. A steal. There's 1:47 left to play in the third. Pass to Vezenkov. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Fall. From the arc. That one's good. Vezenkov.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Fournier for three. And Campazzo pulls it down.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with this team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Unloads. Off the left rim and out.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
First team foul.
Now here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. Pass to Papanikolaou. They get it back. Here's Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Fournier gets a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Fournier's got 10.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Campazzo. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Fournier. Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. From deep three-point land, it's not going to go for him. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up 19. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And 1/4 to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3 slot. Outside Gonzalez.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Rob. Fast break. Here we go. And here we go.
It'll be a turnover. One team ball.
Driving to the basket. He gets it in there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
No question who's been in control of this game.
Boy, they have really taken charge here.
Now Dorsey. Down low. Pass to Peters. 6 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On Thursday. Then on Thursday. We played just over 1 minute here in the 4th quarter. Hazonia with the ball. Evans with the rebound. Here's Peters. Hezonja defending. Evans feeling it out a bit. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Evans has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Here's Hezonja. The quick look, no good that time.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Here's Dorsey. A three-pointer, no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
There's the screen. Drills it from outside.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
No problems knocking that one down.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
It's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Out to the right wing. Gonzalez passes to Ibaka. Evans with the rebound. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
From outside the arc, bangs home the trifecta. Evans has got 5 points now this quarter.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Pass to Hezonja. From deep. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Dorsey. From downtown. The offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. No good at the rim. Ibaka outside. Right wing. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Let's go. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Guys, just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Pass to Peters. Takes a three. Good on the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Out to Gonzalez. Shot clock at 6. Trying his luck from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Now Dorsey. And he uses the glass on the layup.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they...
What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports? I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Out to the wing. And that one's good. Zinkov.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Ward. From deep. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Now Fournier. Launches it from deep. And Ward pulls it down. It's a one-on-one situation. They get it back. Five to shoot. Let's go with a three. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Fournier for three. No good on the shot. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Yeah, guys, Coach mentioned how Domantas Sabonis can be a game wrecker in the paint. Coach told me we need to get big bodies on Sabonis and force him outside, make him move around. We need to knock him off the blocks if we can. So it sounds like the defensive game plan may revolve around Sabonis, guys.
And Allie, thanks.
Although Fournier is known primarily for his shooting, he's a team player who also looks to distribute to his teammates.
Fournier covering. Hayes with a screen. Pass to Ward. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Hits the three-pointer.
An excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
Outside Fournier. Driving in. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. He's not there.
Now here's Fournier. Good on the bucket.
And it's hard to deal with Fournier if you're defending him. I mean, he makes good decisions, whether he's passing or shooting the ball, and that makes him hard to guard.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Pass to Zinkov. The three. Second chance effort. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot. He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now here's Fournier. Pass to Zinkov. Out left to the wing. The kick out to Fournier. Lets the three fly. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Boy, Fournier is an excellent shooter from distance, and that really helps his team space the floor.
There's a screen. Out to the right wing. The putback. It's good on the putback. He's got 5.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
36 seconds left in the opening quarter. Offensive rebound. Here's Papanikolaou. Inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Fournier covering. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. They're up by... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
Here's Peters. Fires the three. Shot that time, not on target.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
To Herrera. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Here's Dorsey. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pulls up. Into the lane. To the wing on the left. Peters' shot is good. Peters has gotten his first points in this one.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Pass to Herrera. The three ball. Fires in the triple.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
Here's Dorsey. No points yet. Here's Peters. Puts up a three. Tries again. And Dorsey gets it to go. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Herrera. Give him 8. Offline with a three. Here's Dorsey. 4-3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Here's the break. He launches a three. And Herrera gets it to go. Herrera's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the three in transition.
Here's Dorsey. Three-pointer. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
No problems knocking that one down.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Dorsey's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. 1:56 left to play in the first half. Here's Herrera. No good from outside. Here's Peters. He's got 5. Pass to Evans for 3. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Launches it. Herrera, no good. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. And we've got 1:18 left in the second quarter.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters. Pass to Dorsey. Clock at 6. The three. They get the rebound. Over to the left wing. To the left side wing.
Not the best pass, guys, and the defense took full advantage.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First team foul.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Three-pointer. He's off on that one.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Let's go with a three. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Out to the wing. Here's Peters, and he jams it home with authority.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
To the left wing. No one near him. No luck on that one.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And you look at the order of things, Kenny, any teams here that have surprised you one way or the other?
Well, there are levels, Ernie.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Pass to Ward. Fournier covering. And there's the drive. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 7.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Hey, shot's good.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Outside Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. Knocked loose. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. 6 on the shot clock. It's Hayes with the rebound. In transition. Here's Papanikolaou. Connects from downtown.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Hayes, the pass to Ward. Here's the pick. From outside, off the mark. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. He drops it from range. Vezenkov's got 9 points.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Fournier covering. Here's Ward. And that one is stuffed right through.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, PA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Fires, top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron, and it falls. 9 points in the game.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Here's Papanikolaou. Fires the three. Here's Fall. And a nice finish on the layup.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
With the drive. Chalk up 2 there.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Fournier. Give him 8. Pass to Vezenkov. Now Fournier to the paint. Clock at 4. They set the pick. The 3. They get it again. Here's Papanikolaou. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And while we have a moment, let's recognize a player who has been working hard lately. Your Western Conference Player of the Week.
He's a great example of what a modern big looks like. He's so much more than just a big in the paint. And that versatility is a big part of what makes him such an outstanding player.
Here's Fall. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. On Monday, and then on Thursday.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
The shot by Fournier, no good.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Ooh, stolen by Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. 6 points for him. The 3 ball. And Ward pulls it down. 54 seconds left to play in the third. And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get 1 free throw, and they'll keep possession here. First free throw is good.
Number 2. Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. There's the 3. That shot, no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside Fournier. There's 31 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Shot clock at 6. Looking to get it going. That 3's off the mark. In transition, here they come. Pulls up for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 10. 9 seconds left in the third quarter. There's a screen from downtown. Sends it home from three-point land.
This is what it's been since halftime.
Oh, what a shot! Nice! That was from way downtown.
What a shot!
Got it off in time. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Shot clock at 5. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. To the middle. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Vezenkov. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Hayes. It doesn't go for him. Outside Fournier. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively, and that's having a ripple effect.
And finished off by Hayes.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Ward. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
The game now all tied up.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
It's tipped. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball call.
The three. The shot off that time.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Vizinkov. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for the away team.
And that one misses. They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Shots blocked. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
For the away team. Number 25.
On defense, the visiting team.
Peters.
A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Gets the three to fall. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
And that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Here's Peters. Inside. Intercepted. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. He was all alone on that one.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
And Dorsey gets it to go.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And that's how you defend. He wasn't showing any mercy with that swat.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
From 13 to the wing on the left. Launches it. Money. And that one brings them within one.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Pass to Herrera. There's the triple. Oh, nails the triple.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a three, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
I'm not quite ready to go there yet, but it certainly sounds like the crowd is with you on that idea.
Goes back up. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Lets the three fly. That shot missing.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
Here's Evans. Oh, he nails it! And he's Brought them within 2 points now.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
And the visitors call time here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day,
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Tavares in at the 5 down low. Musa grabs the miss. And here we go. Next shot is good. Low. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Garuba. Here's Campazzo. There's the pick. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Ward. We play just over a minute here in the first. From past the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Campazzo. The 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Tavares. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
They set the pick. Pass to Ward. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Here's Campazzo. Shoots. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Musa. Here's Garuba. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Campazzo. Trains it from beyond the arc. And that'll tie this game up.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. The 3. Misses for the 5th time this game. Mark him at 1 for 6.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Ward. Rebound by Tavares. 1:09 left to play here in the first. To the paint. Here's Garuba.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for the away team.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. 1:02 left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Ward. Will it go? And the shot goes in.
Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
Here's Deck. And a miss there on the triple. It's picked off. To the right side. Fires for 3. He can't get it to go. Deck's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. It's stolen. Fires the 3. That one, no good. And they're pushing it up. Here's Hayes. No good on that one. First quarter wrapping up here, and clock it's a tie ball game. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Pass to Herrera. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Watsura. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Screen by Ibaka. Cuts off the pass. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And that one is good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Herrera. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Here's Herrera. Three-pointer. And Gonzalez pulls it down.
I'm all right with him taking that shot close to the hoop, but really not from long range.
He takes it in. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Here's Herrera. He squares up and sinks it.
That's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
2 minutes.
Pass to Ibaka. Fires the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. 3 on 3. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped. And he gets it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Away team ball.
On Thursday.
And for that game against Athens, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there could be a big step forward for this team.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Azania. Shoots it. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Azania's got 5 points now in the quarter. Here's Watsura. And he uses the glass on the layup. There's a minute left in the first half. Now Gonzalez. Baseline jumper. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. They set the screen into the lane. The game now all tied. He has 6.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
36 seconds left in the first half. To the middle. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Pass to Herrera. There's 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Outside Gonzalez. Here's Azania. It's deflected, and so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll return shortly.
The visiting team, 28.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. The visitors with the ball. Here's Musa. No scoring in this one, and the shot goes in.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And it's Tavares in at the 5. Lays it up off the glass.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Campazzo, the pass to Tavares. Here's Deck. And here's the break. Low. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Stolen. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Deck inside. Tobias, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Pass to Campazzo. For the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Campazzo's got 6.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
And there's the try.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Got to communicate and switch that screen.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Campazzo. 6 points for him. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Campazzo's got 5 points now this quarter. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Jacks up a 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Ward. For the lead. Nailed from three-point land. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Tavares, and they pick up 2. He has 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
A minute 42 left to play in the third. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Garuba. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Garuba's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And it's good, 2 points.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
.104 left in the third. Musa. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Offensive rebound. Garuba the pass to Musa. Here's Deck. 5 to shoot. A 3 ball. The shot will not fall.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
The putback. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Launches a 3, and Garuba pulls it down. Garuba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Here's Campazzo. Got it off in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Up by 4. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Clock at 6. And the layup falls.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Picked away. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Hayes throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. To the inside. Hayes with the steal. Here's the break. Low. Finished off the break.
Can you even believe this is the same guy? What a difference here in the second half.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Down low, Lasagna. Finished off by Hazonia.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of them.
6 on the shot clock. He had a nice open look right there.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
They set the pick beyond the arc. That shot is off.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Cans it from downtown.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different. Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they lead.
Count that one.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Ibaka for three. Second chance shot. Does not get it. Third miss. He's made 4 from the field. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working. Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And here comes the break. Offline with the baseline jumper. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Here's Herrera. Drains it from beyond the arc.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure to win now, GMs are willing to use draft assets.
It's tipped. It's stolen by Ibaka. .51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That three off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he makes good on the layup.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Got a piece of it, and that one ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Here's Herrera. The rebound by Ibaka. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shoots the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Number 24, 3 points.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Ali LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2-guard spot. Down low. Here's Deck. Pass to Musa. The 3 is up. Over to the left wing. Here's Garuba. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Fournier with a rebound. And here's the fast break. Here's Vezinkov. The kick out to Fournier. This one for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, you love the lead that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy a very dangerous shooter.
Here's Campazzo. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. There's a screen from Garuba. Fires the 3. And Campazzo missing. Out left to the wing. Outside Fournier.
Away team foul. Tavares. First personal foul. First team foul. Out of bounds. Away team ball.
There's a screen from Garuba. Campazzo, the pass to Garuba. A rebound by Vezinkov.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Papanikolaou. Sinks the tray.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Deck, that's good. Deck's got 5 points.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
The shot by Fournier, no good. Here's Campazzo. And he banks in the layup. Here's Fournier. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezinkov.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Fall. And he makes it on the layup.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Out to the right wing. Here's Deck. No good with the triple.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Outside Fournier. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 5.
Well, this is the kind of thing that will help that shooting percentage. Fournier in the high percentage area.
Here's Campazzo. Over to the wing. They set the screen. 4 on the clock. Musa. Off target from 3-point range. Campazzo with a steal. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Outside Fournier. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. to the inside. Fall passes to Fournier. Another shot. And Fall gets it to go.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
From the arc. That one is off. 3-on-3. Fires from the wing. The shot by Fournier, no good. Here's Deck to the wing on the left. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They're up by 3. Stay with us now as we get... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Here he goes. And it's good for 2.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
So it's the home team now. Here's Dorsey. Over to the left wing. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
At the line for your home team, Dorsey.
No good on that one.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Can't tie it up. That one misses. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Where was the perimeter D on that one? You have to guard against all possibilities.
Here's Hazonia. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Dorsey. And a two-handed jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there? He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Dumps it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Off the inbound. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Peters, no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Pass to Dorsey. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. And Hazonia pulls it down. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters for 3. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Hazonia gets the bucket.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Dorsey. He's got 9. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And there's 1:45 left to play in the first half of basketball.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Here's Peters. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Takes the three. Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Here's Dorsey. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
The ball goes to the away team.
.44 seconds left in the second period. Pass to Gonzalez. Six on the shot clock. Hey, from beyond the arc. Buries it from 3. Gonzalez has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Lets it go from deep. Peters, no good. No good on the buzzer beater. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. They're up by 6. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend. The celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the home team.
We often talk about...
That's it for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Pass to Vezenkov. That's tipped. It's stolen by Campazzo. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the point guard position. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Musa. Still no points. And he drives in. Pass to Campazzo. There's a screen from Garuba. Second chance effort. That shot is good by Campazzo.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Outside Fournier. Offensive rebound. Here's Papanikolaou. Off target with the 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the 3.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Fournier with the bucket. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Campazzo. Pass to Deck. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Fournier. And the layup is good off the glass. Fournier's gotten 4 this quarter.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
The drive by Campazzo. Pass to Garuba. From behind the arc. Fournier with a rebound. Here's Vizinkov. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Fournier, and that one is hammered home.
Boy, this guy's a gifted athlete, so if Evan Fournier gets that deep a post position, look out.
Here's Campazzo. There's the drive. Pass to Deck. And there's a pick. Here's Garuba. Fires from deep. Deflected. And here comes the break. Here's Fall. And he goes in for the dunk.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Musa, good.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Minute 32 left to play in the third. And they turn it over. Stepped on the line that time. On Thursday, and then on Saturday, a minute 29 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Campazzo. To the left side wing. Deck. Off target from outside.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Here's Fournier. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
When Evan Fournier is this assertive, because he's got such a versatile game, he is hard to slow down.
Garuba with the bucket.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
And here is Fournier. He's got 13. He buries it from 3.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter. Garuba. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now here's Fournier. The D's right on him. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Vizinkov. Takes a 3. Garuba with a rebound. To the wing, right side. Here's Deck. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Leading by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Deck in at the small forward. Garuba down low. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That one misses.
Usman Garuba.
And he's good on the second. Here's Dorsey.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
First team foul.
To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. From about 19, that shot is off.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Here's Peters, and it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Down low. And the jam by Ibaka.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Evans. Picked it. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. He can't get it to go.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. The ball goes to the away team.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
There's a screen from Garuba. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Here's Peters. He takes it in. Gonzalez pulls it in. Gonzalez has got his fourth rebound in this one. Poke loose. Pass to Dorsey. Three-pointer. Here's Peters. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
And Dorsey gets it to go.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Gonzalez. Oh, from deep. No good there. Here's Dorsey. That's Ibaka defending. From deep three-point land. The shot by Dorsey, no good. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Back to Garuba. Pass to Ibaka. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the screen. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Dorsey. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Driving to the basket. From 9 feet. Nice jump shot.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Here's Garuba. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Dorsey. Beyond the arc. Hits the trifecta.
Number 22, 24.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with...
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Brett Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Ward, good.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. gets the game started the right way.
Now here's Fournier. Pass to Vezenkov. And he banks in the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Driving the lane. Good on the shot.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
We're about 1 minute into the first. They get it again. Out to the wing. Outside Fournier. There's a good screen. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Vezenkov. Rebounded by Ward.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
A 3-ball. Fall with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Fournier into the lane. Can't get it to fall.
Just a bit of a rut here early. Just 1 of 4 so far.
Fires the 3. Ward, good. Ward's got 6.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Fournier. Drills the three-pointer.
How about Fournier? The aggressive answer, 3 of his own.
Fournier's gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. There's the pick. Driving in. 4 on the clock. Here's Hayes, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Fournier for 3. Does not find the basket. His 3rd miss. He's made just 1 so far.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
The shot misses. To the paint. Here's Vezenkov. The layup missed. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Fires from deep. A three-pointer is right on target.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Fournier gets a wide-open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Fournier's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Hayes. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Outside Fournier. There's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Man, and Fournier took a beating that time.
Fournier's gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. Low. He's guarded by Fournier. Off the mark. His 1st miss of the game. 1 for 2. There's a screen. Pass to Vezenkov. Offensive rebound to the left wing.
Away team foul. Number 2. First personal foul, 1st team foul. At the line for your home team.
And it's tied up with that one.
2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Pass to Hayes. That one's in. His 1st bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Fournier for 3. Here's Vezenkov. Now Fournier, clock at 6. From deep. Nailed from three-point land. Fournier's got 11.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Here's the screen to the wing right side. No good from outside. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. They're up by 2. Whoop. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Here's Herrera. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Dorsey. Pass to Peters. And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, that's a needle in a haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Dorsey. Banked in off the glass.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Beyond the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Dorsey's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Inside, Evans with the steal. Pass to Dorsey. Lots of room. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Dorsey's got 7 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Peters. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
All alone. That's short off the rim.
He'd love to make him pay for giving up that wide open jumper. Just unable to do so.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. And that one's good by Herrera. Herrera's got his first bucket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3 points.
He's got 7.
Yeah, not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
For the 3. Dorsey. That's good.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. A shot by Wachra, no good. Guys, they have a really solid lead at this point.
Definitely, and they haven't faced much resistance.
Here's Dorsey.
The ball goes to the away team.
40 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Herrera. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that concludes the first half. Up by 15. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
They've been great on the boards. Once these guys establish the position, it's hard to root them out, yeah, Shaq.
And guys, we're still in the... And that is it for half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Vezenkov in at the 4. Outside Fournier. Bangs home the trifecta. Fournier's got 14.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And the three ball is good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the 2. Ball stolen. There's the screen. Off with the layup. They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Papanikolaou. So the wing on the left. Fournier in the corner. Ball's knocked loose. Pushing it up. Launches a 3. It's good from long range. He's got 9.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Here's Papanikolaou. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Got a hand on it. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Vezenkov, covered by Hayes. Shot clock at 5. That one's good. Vezenkov's got his second basket of the game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping things.
Here's Fournier. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Trains the three-pointer.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Low, He's guarded by Fournier. Pass to Hayes. Fires at the elbow. Drained for 2 points.
Assisted by number 2.
Fournier with the ball. He's got 16. From downtown, shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 and 12 now.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
With the drive, an easy 2 points on the layup. 11 points in the game.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Fires away from way outside. They get it back. Pass to Vezenkov. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Vezenkov's got 4 points in the quarter. Vezenkov's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Puts up a deep 3. Fall with the rebound.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Count that one. Vezenkov's got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Off target from 3-point range. Outside Fournier. Elbow shot is on the way. He's off on that one. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 16. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Three-pointer. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Now Dorsey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Fires away from outside. Peters grabs the miss. From outside the arc, 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like, guys, he cannot miss.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Stripped away. And here's the fast break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one drops.
For the away team. Number 1 at the line.
And so he makes both from the line. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Fires for 3. Dorsey, that's good. Dorsey's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
The 3. Traps in the tray.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Herrera. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Herrera's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Peters, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
2 minutes.
Here's Dorsey. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Good on the jump shot. Dorsey's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know what? Feed the beast. You got to look for him every trip down because he's been out of his mind this quarter.
There's the pick. From outside, off the mark. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Goes up on the wing. Herrera grabs the board. For 3. And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
The ball goes to the away team.
Off the inbound pass. That's his 6th field goal today. And that makes him now 6 for 11.
Yeah, kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
They get the rebound. Milutinov, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Covered by Evans. A three-pointer off the mark. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Dorsey. The 3. Out left to the wing. Tries yet again. Offensive rebound. Peters kicks to Dorsey. 6 to shoot. So the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd.